Greetings children. Let's start discussing questions from Chapter 3 Metals and Non-Metals. This is the third video in this series.
Metals are said to be shiny. Why do metals generally appear to be dull? How can their brightness be restored? Solution: metals lose their shine or brightness on keeping in air for a long time and acquire a dull appearance due to the formation of a thin layer of oxide, carbonate or sulfide on their surface by the slow action of various gases present in air. Brightness of metals can be restored by rubbing the dull surface of the metal object with a sandpaper, then the outer corroded layer is removed and the metal object becomes shiny and bright once again. A. What are metals? Name 5 metals. Solution: metals are the elements that conduct heat and electricity, and are malleable and ductile. Example: iron, aluminium, copper, gold and silver. Name a metal which is so soft that it can be cut with a knife. Solution: sodium. Name the metal which is the best conductor of heat and electricity. Solution: silver.
What happens when a metal reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? Explain with the help of an example. Solution: when a metal reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms metal chloride and hydrogen gas. Example: magnesium reacts rapidly with dilute hydrochloric acid to form magnesium chloride and hydrogen.
Write the equations for the reactions of I. Magnesium with dilute hydrochloric acid. Solution: when magnesium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas are produced. The bubbles observed during the reaction are due to hydrogen. The reaction that takes place is represented as magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas.
2. Aluminium with dilute hydrochloric acid. Solution: at normal temperature, aluminium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. Aluminium chloride and colorless hydrogen gas are produced when the metal dissolves in hydrochloric acid. Because the final products do not react with each other, this reaction is irreversible. An oxidation-reduction reaction takes place when metallic aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid. Type of reaction: an oxidation-reduction reaction, also known as a redox reaction, occurs when metallic aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid. Both oxidation and reduction occur at the same time. Balanced equation: 2Al plus 6HCl 2Al plus 3H2. When zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, zinc chloride salt is formed and hydrogen gas is liberated. The hydrogen gas is produced as a bubble. The reaction is a simple displacement reaction. Zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. Zn, solid, plus 2HCl, aqueous, gives ZnCl2, aqueous, plus H2, gas. When dilute hydrochloric acid reacts with iron filings, iron chloride or ferrous 2 chloride is formed and hydrogen gas is liberated. The reaction involved is Fe solid plus 2HCl aqueous gives FeCl2 aqueous plus H2 gas. Name a nonmetal which conducts electricity. Solution: carbon in the form of graphite.
Name a nonmetal having luster shining surface. Solution: iodine.
Name a nonmetal which is extremely hard. Carbon diamond.
How do nonmetals react with oxygen? Explain with an example. Give equation of the reaction involved. What is the nature of the product formed? How will you demonstrate it? Solution: nonmetals react with oxygen to form acidic oxides or neutral oxides. Carbon burns in air to form carbon dioxide. C carbon, solid, plus O2 oxygen, gas, gives CO2, gas. Product formed as acidic. When carbon dissolves in water, it forms carbonic acid and turns litmus to red.
Katrina ने का मंगी alto, Zen, Ferrari फिर भी क्यों मिली silver Audi? Potassium के Katrina sodium Na calcium Ca का magnesium Mg मंगी aluminium Al alto zinc Zn. Zen iron Fa Ferrari tin Sn सुनो lead Pb फिर भी hydrogen H है copper Cuq mercury Hg मिली. M from mercury, silver Ag silver gold Au Audi.
The arrangement of metals in a vertical column in the order of decreasing reactivities is called reactivity series. Increasing order of reactivity, Iron less than zinc less than magnesium less than sodium.
Hydrogen is not a metal, but still it has been assigned a place in the reactivity series of metals. Why? Solution: though hydrogen is not a metal, but it has been placed in the reactivity series of metals due to the fact that, like metals, hydrogen also loses electrons and forms positive ions. Name one metal more reactive and another less reactive than hydrogen. Solution: lead is more reactive than hydrogen and copper is less reactive than hydrogen.
Most suitable and easy way to remember reactivity series, Hindi. It states like, Katrina ne ka mangi alto, Zen, Ferrari suno fir bhi kyun mili silver Audi. Potassium ke Katrina sodium Na ne calcium Ca ka magnesium Mg mangi aluminium Ale. Alto zinc Zn zen iron Fa Ferrari tin Sn suno lead Pb fir bhi hydrogen H hai copper Cu. Q mercury Hg milli, M from mercury, silver Ag silver gold Au Audi.
Name one metal which displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and one which does not. Solution: zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and mercury does not displace copper from copper sulfate solution.
Differentiate between metals and nonmetals on the basis of their chemical properties. B. Difference between metals and nonmetals. Metals. I. Metals form basic oxides. Roman II metals displace hydrogen from water. Roman III metals displace hydrogen from dilute acids. Nonmetals. I. Nonmetals form acidic or neutral oxides. Roman II nonmetals do not react with water. Roman III nonmetals do not react with dilute acids. A difference between metals and nonmetals. Metals. I. Metals are malleable, i.e., they can be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer. Roman II metals are ductile, i.e., they can be drawn into thin wires. Roman III metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Nonmetals. I. Nonmetals are non-malleable, i.e., they cannot be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer. Roman II nonmetals are non-ductile, i.e., they cannot be drawn into thin wires. Roman III nonmetals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. State 3 reasons of which at least one must be chemical for believing that sodium is a metal. Solution: sodium is a solid that conducts electricity and form basic oxides. State 3 reasons of which at least one must be chemical for believing that sulfur is a nonmetal. Solution: sulfur is a nonmetal as it is brittle, non-ductile, non-conductor of electricity and forms acidic oxides. Which nonmetal has been placed in the reactivity series of metals? Solution: hydrogen. The elements whose oxides can turn phenolphthalein solution pink are NO and K, BK and C, CNO and S, DK and P solution. Option A is the answer. Phenolphthalein is a synthetic indicator that remains colorless in acidic and neutral environments but turns pink in basic environments. Because metal oxides are basic in nature, adding phenolphthalein causes the solution to become pink, indicating that it is a base. Is malleable and ductile. This best describes a metal. B. A compound. C. A nonmetal. D. A solution. Answer. Option A is the answer. Metals have the property of malleability and ductility.
One of the following is not a neutral oxide. This is A. CO, B. H2O, C. N2O, D. Na2O. Correct option is D. Neutral oxides are those oxides which show neither basic nor acidic properties when they react with water. Examples include carbon monoxide and nitrous oxide, which are only slightly soluble in water. Nitric oxide is also neutral oxide. Water is neutral in nature. Oxide of sodium is a basic oxide in nature. A basic oxide will be formed by the element A, K, B, S, C, P, D, Kerr solution. Option A is the answer. Basic oxides will be formed by metals. Potassium is a metal and it forms basic oxides. An acidic oxide is produced by the element A, Na, B, C, C, Ca, D, H. Answer. Option B is the answer. Carbon, C, is a nonmetal and produces acidic oxides.
Nonmetals form acidic oxides when they react with oxygen, like carbon is a nonmetal that forms carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. You are given a solution of AgNO3, which of the following do you think cannot displace Ag from AgNO3 solution? A. Magnesium, B. Zinc, C. Gold, D. Copper. Answer: gold. In the reactivity series, gold is the only element, from the above options, placed below silver as it is less reactive than silver. So, it can't displace Ag from AgNO3 solution. Out of aluminium, copper, calcium, and tin, the most reactive metal is A. Aluminium, B. Copper, C. Tin, D. Calcium. Solution: option D. Calcium is the answer. The least reactive metal among the following is A. Sodium, B. Silver, C. Copper, D. Lead. Solution: option B. Silver is the answer.
An element X reacts with hydrogen when heated to form a covalent hydride H2X. If H2X has a smell of rotten eggs, the element X is likely to be A. Carbon, B. Sulfur, C. Chlorine, D. Phosphorus. Solution: option B. Sulfur is the answer. Amphoteric oxides are the oxides that behave as both acidic and basic oxides. Amphoteric oxides have features of acidic as well as basic oxides that neutralize both acids and bases. Amphoteric oxides dissolve in water to form alkaline solutions. Alkaline solutions contain hydroxide ions. The metals which can produce amphoteric oxides are A. Sodium and aluminium, B. Zinc and potassium, C. Calcium and sodium, D. Aluminium and zinc. Solution: option D. Aluminium and zinc is the answer. An element X forms two oxides XO and XO2. The oxide XO is neutral but XO2 is acidic in nature. The element X is most likely to be A. Sulfur, B. Carbon, C. Calcium, D. Hydrogen. Solution: option B. Carbon is the answer. The elements whose oxides can turn litmus solution blue are A. Carbon and sulfur, B. Sodium and carbon, C. Potassium and magnesium, D. Magnesium and sulfur. Solution: option C. Potassium and magnesium is the answer. 79. The elements whose oxide can turn litmus solution red are A. Lithium and sodium, B. Copper and potassium, C. Carbon and hydrogen, D. Phosphorus and sulfur. Solution: option D. Phosphorus and sulfur is the answer. Zinc oxide is a metal oxide. Which of the following term best describes the nature of zinc oxides? A. An acidic oxide, B. A basic oxide, C. An amphoteric oxide, D. A neutral oxide. Solution: option C. An amphoteric oxide is the answer. A metal less reactive and another metal more reactive than hydrogen are A. Aluminium and lead, B. Iron and magnesium, C. Copper and tin, D. Copper and mercury. Solution: option C. Copper and tin.
An element E reacts with water to form a solution that turns phenolphthalein solution pink. The element E is most likely to be A. Sulfur, S. B. C. A calcium, C. Carbon, D. A G silver. Solution: option B. Calcium is the answer.
An element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. This compound is also soluble in water. The element is likely to be A. Calcium, B. Carbon, C. Silicon, D. Iron. Solution: option A. Calcium is the answer. Which one of the following four metals would be displaced from the solution of its salt by other three metals? A. Zn zinc, B. Ag silver, C. Cu copper, D. Magnesium, Mg. Solution: option B. Ag silver is the answer. An element is soft and can be cut with a knife. It is very reactive and cannot be kept open in the air. It reacts vigorously with water. The element is most likely to be A. Magnesium, Mg, B. S. Sulfur, C. Phosphorus, P. D. Na sodium. Solution: option D. Na sodium is the answer. Which of the following metal exists in the liquid state? A. Na sodium, B. Ag. Silver. C. Chromium. Cr. D. Mercury. Hg. Solution. Option D. Mercury, Hg, is the answer. Which of the following non-metal is a liquid? A. Carbon. B. Sulfur. C. Bromine. D. Iodine solution. Option C. Bromine is the answer.
Which of the following pair of reactants can undergo a displacement reaction under appropriate conditions? A. MgSO4 plus Fe magnesium sulfate and iron. B. ZnSO4 plus Fe zinc sulfate and iron. C. MgSO4 plus Pb magnesium sulfate and lead. D. CuSO4 plus Fe copper sulfate and iron. Answer, option D. Copper sulfate and iron is the answer. Iron, Fe, is more reactive than copper, hence iron displaces copper from copper sulfate solution.
What is the name of the chemical bond formed by the sharing of electrons between two atoms? Solution. Covalent bond is the bond formed by sharing of electrons between two atoms. By the transfer of electrons from one atom to another? Solution. Ionic bond is the bond formed by transferring of electrons from one atom to another. Name a carbon-containing molecule which has two double bonds. Solution. Carbon dioxide is the molecule which has two double bonds. What would be the electron dot structure of carbon dioxide which has formula CO2 carbon dioxide? In carbon dioxide molecule, the two oxygen atoms are bonded on either side with carbon atom by double bonds. Thus there are two double bonds in CO2. Carbon share its two electrons in the formation of a double bond with one oxygen atom and another two electrons with another oxygen atom. In this process, both the oxygen atoms and the carbon atom acquire the stable electronic configuration of the double gas neon. The formation of CO2 molecule is shown above. Valencies of C and O are 4 and 6 respectively.